Hey, what's up, Moose family? It's Jim Flanagan here, alongside with none other than Giant918, and we're here to discuss Moose waivers. Let's start things off, Giant. First, for all the new guys out there, what the hell are Moose waivers, man?
Hollywood, a Moose waiver is basically an undrafted free agent. They have an opportunity here to join a team. They haven't been drafted or they signed up late, so they're ineligible for the draft, so they still have an opportunity to join a team.
That's right, Moose family. As a waiver, you're either weren't drafted, maybe you signed up late, maybe you signed up after the draft, you went undrafted, or tried, maybe there were some guys filled out their applications incorrectly, whatever the case may be. Bottom line is, Moose waivers are free agents, are guys that are not on a team. You weren't drafted, and you're here in the season. Now, Giant, these guys are not on the team, but here throughout the season, is it possible for these guys to be placed on the team? I mean, how do they, or why would somebody off the waivers replace a guy off a MAHL roster?
There are several different reasons. Somebody has real life availability problems. Something happens in their personal life where they're unable to play for their team anymore. And another thing that could happen is if a guy is inactive for a specific roster, that captain could request that guy get dropped from his roster due to the inactivity. And because of that, all you waivers that are out there have an opportunity to join a team during the season, Hollywood.
That's right, man. I mean, it happens every season. Guys sign up, maybe flake out, maybe disappear, don't answer a captain's message, online, and are gone, man. And in their place, they'll be replaced. Or, like you saw on LooseandNice.com on the front page, there's guys that are douchebags, man. Guys act up and stuff. We don't mess around, man. Get those guys out of there. You're active. You're on the waiver pool. You still could be placed on teams here. So just because you weren't drafted doesn't mean this season you can't be placed on a team. And besides that, Giant, let's say, there isn't much flakeouts or, other waivers were placed to a team. We also have the option of being a call-up to one of these AHL teams. Describe to the people on here, how does that work, man?
You know what? This is for all you waivers that are really active over there. And maybe you guys are playing OTP or club with your boyfriends or whatever, or your girlfriends maybe sometimes too. And then you're going to get a message from somebody, and they're going to ask you if you're available to play because someone is unable to field their team. So if you're available, there's your opportunity right there, and you can fill in for a game, and it looks a lot greater on you that you're so active in being standby, being called up, and ready to play a game, Hollywood.
That's right, man. And all these games, they count towards the season, man. It's tracked there on League Daddy. And basically, when a captain, when the team can't field six, now there's a sort of different stuff that happens, situations why a team wouldn't be able to field six. Let's say a captain. There's MHL rights players. Guys are being called up to the MHL, or guys just don't show up for the night. And, as a waiver, if you're on there, you're online, you'll get a message, and you could fill in for these teams, and you'll be able to play with other AHL, other members, part of the LooseandNice.com on here, part of the league, and it's a great way to, show the captains what you're made of. You mentioned, Giant, about, guys getting message. How important is for these guys, to be on that Moose waivers account as a friends list added on Xbox Live, man?
Yeah, let's spell it out for you, Moose family. The name of the account is Moose Waivers. No space over there. And requested there. Someone's going to accept it within 24 hours. And basically, now that we know that you're online and you're pretty much available to play unless you say no. That's the bottom line, Hollywood.
Yeah. And lastly on here, Giant, as part of the Moose waiver, maybe you'll get picked up with a team. Maybe you'll be there to fill in. And I know some guys sometimes, after showing up and let's say you're not used or somebody else is used off the waivers and not you, sometimes guys don't want to just show up and a guessing game of, whether or not they'll be able to play. But there's one thing we do guarantee on here, Giant, is 6-for-6 hockey. whether they're picked up on a team, whether they're being called up to fill in. We also got waiver games, Giant. Let these guys know, what are waiver games all about, man?
Yo, man, waiver games is for all you guys that haven't been undrafted. And these typically run Sunday through Thursday, unless something is, something dire happens with one of the members of the Moose family that are unable to make it. And they basically start at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and they play a bunch of games just to keep you guys active. So you're still being part of the Moose. Maybe you don't belong to a team yet. You basically belong to a waiver team. It's competitive hockey. Nonetheless, Hollywood, the opportunities are limitless here at the Moose Hockey League.
Yeah, man. I mean, I remember when we didn't have waiver games. I mean, these guys have this option, and this is a great way, especially when you're new, you're coming into the league. You know what I mean? Why wait till next draft, I mean, on here, these waiver games, stats are being tracked, just like the league games in the AHL and the MHL. We have a separate League Daddy account that tracks all the waiver games. So, you're getting your name out there. Plus, there's some video capturing going on. And, Giant, there's sometimes new guys come into the league on here, and, they played a lot of OTP or maybe played a lot of club. Well, one thing they may have not played is the 6v6 style, man, which MooseNice.com brings. And that's why it's important, man. I've seen guys that come in to these waiver games, establish themselves, improve their game a lot. I mean, this is almost like a training camp, man. Getting yourself ready for MooseNice.com. We mentioned about bringing in training camp. This is it right here, man. Moose Waivers, you're getting 6v6 hockey. You're able to witness how it's done here in this league, man. How to play position hockey, man. Not just your regular OTP. And I strongly encourage, man, guys, to play in the Moose Waivers, especially if, you're new. Playing these games, man, because you'll be out there, you'll get active, you'll get noticed, you might fill in for the night for a team, you might even be picked up to a team, so, that's pretty much it, unless you had anything else to add on here, Giant.
I think we're pretty cut and dry over here, Hollywood.
All right, good. All right, guys, Giant 918, Mr. Hollywood here, letting you guys know what Moose Waivers is all about. Signing out, man.